Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? I'm heading to work, man. It's kind of snowy out here, man. Our weather been kind of goofy, man. We had a wild day. I want to say about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks ago? I don't know, man. One of them days we worked, man. It was, we didn't work. My boss said we not working because it's going to be too cold out. We hit like, 10 below. 30 below with the wind chill, man. Now we back up to, last week we was in the 30s and the 40s and all that. Now we, it's 25. All the snow melted. Now we getting a little bit of, just like the little powdered sugar. You know how that shit go, man. But peep game, man. I want to rap about something, man. And I've been seeing a lot of pound for pound rankings with Monster inoue at the top spot, man. And I'm not too mad at it, man. Me personally, I can't see me giving inoue the #1 spot over Canelo and Usyk. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. But I'm not mad at anybody who does it. Me personally, man, I'm like Canelo and Usyk, just considering what it is, who they fought, how many belts they've amassed, the caliber opponents that they fought. I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel some type of way about doing that, man. But I'm not mad at it, man. Me personally, I still think, it's a mind. I don't think it should be up for debate who's #1 and who's #1 and 2 are interchangeable between Canelo and Usyk. I don't see how it can be a debate. The dudes, they're on. Not only are, and the only reason why I'd give it to Usyk over a Crawford is because of how inactive Crawford is, and that's not necessarily his fault. They trying to get fights worked out or whatever the case may be. So it's understandable, man. This fight is for our career. It's a legacy-defining fight. Let's try and get this shit over the line. So I understand that, man. But nonetheless, he is a little, stagnant on, as far as him fighting. And even with him fighting, he fought a top 10 fighter in the division, man. Like, that's saying a lot about him. It just the year before last, he had fought Sean Porter. But it's just so many, it's just too far in between. When you got cats fighting twice a year, like Usyk didn't fight twice a year last year, but who he fought was so potent. A number, 3, a unified world champion in the division. So for you to dethrone him and then your first title defense is against that same former 3-belt division champion, 3-belt champion in that division, like that. That's a hell of an attribute right there, man. So, and now he has 3 belts in a division that he's still being deemed as he a cruiserweight. Can't nobody get past that. He a cruiserweight. Got 3 belts and the top win in the division when he fought Derek Chisora. You know what I'm saying? So don't talk to me about that. If motherfuckers can, suck the skin off of Tyson Fury for beating Derek Chisora a few weeks ago, you can give Usyk his credit on beating not Usyk, but Derek Chisora in his second fight in the division. He's more than acclimated to the division now. He has 4 fights. He's good. So I can't give inoue the nod over him. And when you talk about somebody like Canelo unified the division in 11 months. He fought 3 times that year. He fought once in December the year before. I can't do it. And even with him beating Golovkin, we can say whatever it is we want to say about Golovkin. Golovkin is still, he's the only unified world champion at 160 pounds. And the fact that it's a multitude of fighters who still want to fight Golovkin. If Golovkin was to entertain Charlo, you think Charlo ain't going? Well, maybe not. But, according to him, he want that drama with Golovkin. You don't think if Charlo, Golovkin said, hey, yo, man, bring on Charlo or bring on Andre, they not going to run that shit with him? And they get full credit for beating him if they fought him and beat him. So for Canelo to go in there and do that shit, it's just like, yo, bro, like, he won. Are you mad at that? Motherfuckers is, they pick and choose when they want to, give people they props or whatever the case may be, man. But for Canelo to go in there and make Golovkin look as pedestrian as he did, even though he's at an advanced age, nonetheless, he went in there and did that shit to a sitting unified world champion. I can't give inoue the nod over that. I just can't do it. I can put him at number 3. I can definitely put him at number 3. but I can't give him. I can't give him a kingpin status. I can't do it. I can't do it. Even though I won't argue against anybody who has done it, I can't do it. I don't know. You know, Canelo at this point in time is, I mean, 3 belts at 160. He had like 1 or 2 at 54, a belt at 75, and he has 4. He's undisputed at 168 pounds, bro. Like, that shit matters. Accomplishments, accolades. I gotta go with Canelo at number 1. I got to, man. I got to. Everybody is so they were so overjoyed about him losing to Bivol. They were so overjoyed about him losing to Bivol that, you know, just people just jumped out the window with it and ran with it. I'm starting to see people with Bivol in their top 5 pound for pound list or their top 10 pound for pound list, and he had never been on there before. And these are the same people who would sit there and run down and berate Canelo. Oh, he overrated, he ain't this and that and the third. Well, how are you putting a fighter who beat an overrated fighter top 5 or top 10 in the division? It was crazy. They won't even put Better Biev up there. They won't even put him up there. And he has all the jewelry for the most part. He got all the jewelry for the most part, but y'all won't put him up there. People is a trip, man. People is definitely a trip. It is the weirdest shit in the world, man. It is the weirdest shit in the world, man. Like, I still can't get over champ size pound for pound list, man. My nigga had Jaron Ennis at number 10. Not a sight of Canelo, not no sight of Inoue, not no sight of Usyk, nowhere. Jermall, I think he had Jermall Charlo on there. He had Jermell number 1. That is Jermell is as accomplished as he is, bro. He got his bread and butter in one division, fam. One division. Devin Haney's in there, one division. And now, mind you, Devin Haney fought 1 time for undisputed. He has had to fight 1 opponent because he didn't go and get all them belts individually. He didn't do that. Jermell even did that, beating world champions. He was elevated and then he beat George Kambosos, bro. 1 fight and he was undisputed. But Canelo, Usyk, Inoue, none of these cats are anywhere to be found on this man's list. It's just such, the bias in it is just, I'm like, this shit is gross. It's the bias and the, you know, just the hatred for an individual, man. It's just weird to me, man. At that point, it ain't boxing. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. How do you not? Did he have Stephen Fulton on there? I think he had Fulton on there. He had Fulton on there, man. Like, bro, I didn't see no Josh Taylor. He had, put it like this, he had 2. Yeah, I don't know if I want to call Bivol white, man. Bivol ain't white. Bivol is Asian, man. Even though he's from Russia, he's Asian. You can see it in his features. That ain't no white guy. That's an Asian guy. But Better Biev and Bivol were the only 2 white dudes. And now I'm not saying that a pound for pound list must have a white guy on there. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, look at it from an unbiased scope. There's no way you have Bivol on there but don't got Usyk. There's no way you got Better Biev on there but don't got Usyk. That's asinine. There's no way you have Jermell on there but you don't have Canelo Alvarez. No, not only on there but pound for pound number 1. There's no way you have Jermell number 1 and you don't have Canelo or Inoue. There's no way. There's no way you can do that shit whatsoever. There's no way you got Devin Haney on there and don't have Canelo or Inoue. That is ridiculous. There's no way you could even have Jaron Ennis or Tank Davis anywhere scratching the top 20 pound for pound list. There is no way. No way. Neither one of them are champions, bro. Neither one of them are champions. No, none of them hold a belt. Like, if you don't say pound for pound, just say these are your favorite fighters to watch. Don't say this is the pound for pound. No, bro, because it's not. So yeah, man. Like I said, man, I think I won't argue anybody who has Inoue as they number one. I personally can't do it though. I just can't do it. I think he's I can't give him that spot over a Canelo or Usyk. And the only reason why I'm giving him that over somebody like Bud is because he's fought a little bit. He's been a little bit more active than Bud. And he fought a credible opponent. Man, listen, man, motherfucking Nonito that was a credible foe. That was a really credible foe. That was a real credible foe. That's a real good scalp to collect, man. So, and he did it twice, so I'm not mad at that. That's the only reason why I'm giving him the nod over Bud right now, though. But if Bud fights somebody like if he fights a Virgil Ortiz next year, man, or even an Ennis, man, I'm outie though, man. Deuces.